Ghost Beast!
Ghost Beast.
Ghost Beast!
Hello and welcome to
Ghost Beast!
our podcast. I'm Todd. I'm joined by my wife Becca.
Hi.
Hi, Beck. We watched Abigail yesterday from 2024. It's made by the one and only Radio Silence. We're big Radio Silence fans in this household. I mean, they made Ready or Not, which I think was like the big breakout. They also had shorts and VHS and Southbound, though, which are both great. And they did Scream 5 and 6, which were pretty good, especially 5. 5 was pretty good.
Yep.
I do think they really shine, though, with stuff like this, where it's like a one-off, original, weird idea.
Yeah.
Because, this was a great movie. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is a weird one because I just heard about it pretty recently. So it's kind of like I heard about it, I saw his Radio Silence, and I was like, where did this come from? And then next thing you know, it's out.
Yeah.
So it was a weird surprise.
It was very weird because I don't even know. It might have been when we went to see Late Night with the Devil, we saw the trailer.
Yeah, there was a trailer there. I think I'd heard a little online, but just like right before that. So it's still like pretty quick turnaround.
It was.
But it's funny because when I first saw it, it felt to me like they took that little bit from Cabin in the Woods with the ballerina, you know, and decided like, what is her movie? Like it definitely felt like that. And not talking spoilers because the interesting thing about this movie is that we talked in Late Night with the Devil about expectations going in and how that can affect a movie. And this one, I mean, it wears on its sleeve basically what it's about. You know, it's kind of selling itself as it's a vampire movie, but the vampire is a little girl who's a ballerina. And it's this very high concept thing that's like, this is why you go to see it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like right out the gate, you know exactly what you're getting into. And I think with the trailers and stuff, they definitely made it seem like it didn't take itself too seriously. And that's true. Like the movie, it didn't disappoint.
It's silly.
Because it's very like it definitely kind of reminds me of Ready or Not with the style of everything.
Oh yeah.
You know, both visually and in the type of humor and stuff. Because it is like a pretty serious horror movie that can be kind of scary, you know, and creepy at times. And it's like very over the top violence. They love their blood explosions.
Yeah. They have very creative kills.
Yeah. And they've definitely honed the blood explosion, I think. But it's also very funny. And all the characters and the dialogue and stuff feels like natural and funny. And it's just a really fun movie.
Yeah. I would love to like see this at a drive-in. I think it'd be so much fun.
Totally. Just talking non-spoilers. I think overall, if any of this sounds interesting, if you liked Ready or Not, I think you'll really like this movie because it definitely is a similar tone and it's just very fun. And it feels like they got like a slightly bigger budget, so they're able to like really go crazy in this one. Do you have any other impressions before we get into spoilers?
I mean, what do you think? Of course, I'm like always ready to. It's so hard for me to get my thoughts together that I'm not going to spoil someone.
It's true.
I mean, you know.
Is there anything in general though you'd say about this? Maybe your expectations versus what you got, you know?
Well, I mean, I'd say if you're on the fence for some reason about seeing this, just go see it because it's like, it'll surprise you. It surprised me, and it was just really good. It's a really good movie. I think I wasn't expecting a lot because we just saw the trailer, and I loved the trailer. I was like, okay, and I think I've learned my lesson a little bit. So I really didn't have big expectations, but man, I loved it.
You try to limit your expectations going into it? I think so,
yeah.
I definitely, for me, it was kind of the opposite because, you know, I heard the buzz and I saw the reviews are really positive. So I was expecting a lot, and I was worried that I was going to be disappointed, but I wasn't. I thought it was great. It deserves all the good reviews and everything.
Yeah.
And it kind of is exactly what you expect it to be, but in the best way.
Yeah.
Which is funny because with Late Night with the Devil, like I'd consider these, as far as quality, to be about even for me.
No, I would agree. I would agree too.
But it's funny because that episode we were so negative because it didn't meet our expectations.
Which, yeah.
And this one, it like perfectly meets our expectations,
Yeah.
and it's just like, I guess that's all it needs to be,
Yeah.
So great movie, very recommended. So why don't we get into spoilers? So the movie's interesting because, like I said, from the trailer, I didn't want to go too deep into it if people were really trying to, stay unspoiled. But the trailer really sets it up exactly for what it is, where it's a group of people who kidnap this little girl and they're trying to get money, from her family. And then, it turns out that they're actually trapped in the house with her and she's a vampire. And that's that's the whole story.
Yeah.
And that was what I got out of the trailer. And I was kind of waiting to see, are they going to do something to subvert expectations? It's like, no.
No, they don't need to do anything, apparently. No.
Yeah, it's just exactly that. But it still manages to be super fun. And it was funny because in the beginning, when they do the whole kidnapping and everything, you already in the back of your mind, every time that the little girl is like saying something, it seems a little suspicious, because you already know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, like she's trying to play innocent, but it feels like kind of fake. And I'll really give it to the actress for that, because that's a weird thing to pull off.
It is. You're basically having to tackle two roles.
Yeah,
so it's
pretty much like overlapping.
But she did such a good job.
Yeah, she was great all the way through.
She's so funny too.
And she could be like 30. I don't know. You know how it is. It's weird.
Yeah.
So I want to say like, especially for such a young actress, but watch, she's like 28 or something. But she did a great job. She did a great job. And I think all the actors in this, there's a lot of like random recognizable people who just do like, weird character roles who just show up. There's it's so hard because we're both really bad with names, but it's the girl who's in like Freaky and like all these like horror movies of this kind of tier.
Frankenstein?
I think so. She's always great, and she's in all these type of horror movies.
She's so
like
funny.
The perfect like lane to be in. You know?
She has this like almost like an Aubrey Plaza kind of humor, sort of. To her, she has the same like poise and grace as Aubrey Plaza, which I admire, and I feel like she's like her, but like a final girlish type. I don't know. I enjoy seeing her in anything horror lately. She's been doing a great job. Definitely.
I didn't recognize the lead actress from anything. Have you seen her in anything?
I don't think so.
I think she's her and the one guy who's like schizophrenic or whatever, like they're the only ones I didn't really recognize. Like everyone else I recognized from something. But she was great too. Like very good role. And I did want to say that one guy who was like the wheelman, he was very fucking funny. Like
he was really funny. He gave me vibes of like that actor in Superstore. The guy.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It was like kind of like that.
Like a white trash guy. Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but
No, it was he was
so
super funny. Yeah. I think all of them did a really good job of playing these very well-defined characters. Like they did a lot to drop little bits of information about each character to flesh them out without it being too like heavy-handed. And I thought that was really well done. That was really interesting. And they all managed to have like a bit of complexity to them, and it makes you enjoy watching all this because on the one hand, they're kind of, some of them at least are kind of shitty. So you're kind of like maybe not feeling so bad about them getting hurt by Abigail. Yeah, people who are willing to kidnap a child. Like, you're like, okay. But it really helps you to root for them, and it makes the whole thing very fun. But it was interesting in the beginning of the movie. They kind of play it up as like there's something killing them, and it's like this big mystery. Like, what could it be? And it's just like, yeah, it's Abigail. She's the vampire. Like, you just know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Where it's like, it's just funny the way it plays that like a mystery, and it's like everyone watching this knows.
But
exactly what it is.
I think that made it even more fun. Honestly.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah,
I just think it's funny.
I feel like maybe in any other movie, I would be upset that I know that information. Yeah. Like, I would want to be able to follow along, like, with the story.
Yeah, like, surprise, it's the little girl.
Yeah. But it made me pay attention to so many close details, which they included, which was so great. Yeah. And I thought that it was super well done. I think it was very smart on the marketing team. And
yeah, that was what I was going to say. It does make me wonder, was this originally pitched as being like a big twist that it's the little girl, and they were just like, no, we're just going to lean into this shit with the marketing, and like, this is what you're getting. But yeah, like we've been saying, the movie definitely props itself up, and it still succeeds without it being a mystery. Yeah. You know, it's still just super fun.
Yeah, and going back to like the little like Easter eggs, I guess they dropped in. Yeah. The one girl who's like Sammy, I think they call her Sammy, but her name's maybe Jessica. Okay. The actress we were talking about. Yeah. She has that tattoo, like the dragon on her, and then they show a painting or a house that has little dragons flying out of it, and I felt like it was like a nod to like, yeah, she's gonna turn into a vampire. Like,
yeah, sure. That was super fun. Yeah. Everything about it, from like when she got bit and she was like, "What's gonna happen to me?" And she even asks Abigail, and Abigail's like, "I don't know." And then,
which you knew she was fucking with her, but it's just so funny.
But I always like stuff like that where it's almost building out like a mythology. Yeah. Where it's like, yeah, the garlic didn't do anything, the cross didn't do anything.
Oh my God, the way she stabbed him with the little tiny cross. Yeah. Oh my God, I just wanted to laugh so hard. I don't want to be like annoying in the theater, but I was like losing it. I thought that was so funny.
It was funny. And but then it's like, yeah, when she bites her, she turns into this like slave that has to serve her, and they have that really cool scene where she's like dancing, and they show
my God.
And they show her like mimicking all the actions.
That was the way that was edited was so beautiful. Like, I loved that. And that
was something I was actually going to get into, is that it's also like the fact that she's a ballerina could very easily just be seen as like this little gimmick to put on the posters and stuff. But they really like play with that a lot.
She had lore, like
and there's just a lot of scenes of her dancing while she's killing people, or like she's dancing with the headless corpse.
Yes,
at
oh
one
my
part.
God, that was so cool.
Yeah, and dancing to control her puppet, like all these parts where it seems like, you know, you could be cynical and look at them as just ways to like play up this ballerina thing, but they're all so much fun that it's like it just really takes this this concept like to the finish line, I guess.
Yeah, when she was dancing with that corpse, it really gave like Terrifier vibes.
Oh yeah.
In like this beautiful way. Like, it was I thought it was so cool.
But it is it's very fun how and when I saw I don't want to mess his name up. Giancarlo Esposito, is that his name? The guy who's from like Breaking Bad and stuff.
Maybe,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to like butcher someone's name.
Yeah. Well, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, oh my God, I was so excited when I saw him.
But the thing that's so funny about him is when I saw him, I immediately was like, is he basically like Renfield for this little girl? Like, he just had that energy like, I guess this is the Renfield in this universe. And he kind of is, it seems like, although he actually gets turned into a vampire, which we see at the end.
And explodes.
But that was funny right out the gate, and the way it really plays up when they kidnap her, they're all getting drunk and everything, and you're just waiting for things to go bad, and you just know it's coming. And I think it starts with that creepy line, which I think is in the trailer, where she tells her like, I'm sorry for what's going to happen to you, or something like that. And that just already like kind of sets things in motion, and you know what's coming. But yeah, all the parts with Abigail when she's murdering people were super fun because I just think the choreography was really good. The way that she's kind of just playing with them.
Yeah.
Is really funny, and she just really comes off as being like fucking invincible because I guess she's been around for like hundreds of years.
Yeah, they made it seem like she was like centuries years old.
Yeah, it just felt like very dangerous. Like it did a good job making her into this like horrific monster. Even like the way that she looked, like the makeup and everything was really cool.
Yeah. I was looking at my notes. I wrote these as soon as I came out of the theater.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you. And the first thing I put on here was, came out of the theater and a man was so upset that she was a ballerina and said the movie sucked.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
He like
so
threw
weird.
his popcorn in the trash.
Yeah,
like,
and I think his
angry.
girlfriend was even like, "Didn't you see the trailer or something like that?" It's like,
yeah, she was making fun of him. It was funny.
So I guess, I guess it is important to have some expectations going into this one. I forgot about that. That was so funny.
Oh my god, yeah. But some of the things I wanted to talk about was another theater experience. Dune was playing super super loud in the theater next to us, so you just hear worm sounds.
It's
like,
so
wait,
ridiculous.
what is that?
We have this like more local theater we go to that is super super nice. We love going there.
We love it.
But it's like, it seems very small and doesn't have the best soundproofing.
Yeah.
So you could definitely hear other movies, especially when it's something that's more quiet and then Dune is right next to you, you know? It's like, oh, okay, that's Dune. Yeah.
That's like literally the only bad thing though about the theater. Otherwise it's like perfect.
And it's tough because there are parts where I'm wondering, like, is that the background music of the scene? Like, it's just very intense.
That's what I was wondering, too. I was like, where is this coming from? And I'm like, oh, my God, it's Dune.
Yeah.
But I did like how they showed the disgusting part of being a vampire, like we saw in Last Voyage with Demeter.
Yeah, it definitely is more of that kind of savage style.
Yeah. I just really think right now we're like in this golden era of horror movies. I feel like we've come again to like another golden era, and I feel like we're right in the middle of it because I'm just so impressed with the way directors and whole crews are taking a concept, an old concept, and like putting like a modern light to it, but in like the best way.
No, I totally agree. I think there are people who are very cynical about horror right now, but I think we're in a great place where it's been getting a lot more attention, and so we've been seeing much better movies being made. Because I think of like the early 2000s and stuff, and like that was a dry period.
Yeah, that
was very weird.
That was a sad period.
Yeah. So it just feels like there is like one big hit after another kind of coming out, and looking at the stuff coming out of like the festival circuit right now, it sounds like there's a lot of great stuff coming too.
Yeah, it's a very exciting time to be a horror fan.
Yes, very exciting. Did you have anything else?
Let me see. Well, I mean, like one thing that I did think was funny, and there's a lot of funny moments in this movie.
Yeah.
Like the humor is like perfect. Was when the wheelman was drawing a dick on that guy's face, and there's just like classical music playing, and I just loved the tone shift of that. I just thought that was super funny.
There are a lot of funny little jokes like that that just really work. But I think the one thing that I would say didn't work as well for me, I think, so the end of the movie, it feels very similar to like Ready or Not, with this like big scene to finish it off. And there was something about, I mean, I always feel this way, that when movies start getting too deep into kind of explaining the lore and whatever, it just starts to feel like a little unnecessary, and the end felt like very drawn out.
I'm glad you said that, because I felt that too.
And I wouldn't even sit here and say like, oh, it's terrible and it really takes away from the movie. It's more that like it doesn't quite match the quality that came before it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think you're talking about the whole like build up of the villain of the cop.
Yeah,
guy.
kind of
Yeah.
starting with when he turns into a vampire.
Yeah, exactly.
From there on, it just feels like so long.
Yeah.
And it starts to get annoying because they do the thing where they keep trying to fight back against him. It's this one of the members of the kidnapping group who turns out to be like an ex-cop who's dirty or something, who's like really built up as the villain. When he becomes the vampire, it turns into the main actress and Abigail having to fight against him. And yeah, it's like every time that they fight him, it's like he manages to one-up them, and then they have to figure something else out, and it's like it rinses and repeats that like 4 or 5 times. And it just really started to feel like, okay, like we know he's gonna die. Like let's just get to it, for fuck's sakes. But it does seem like, I guess in this universe, sunlight is like the only way to kill them.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, why don't you just cut off her fucking head? Like when she's asleep, it's like, well,
I don't know. Maybe that wouldn't work.
I don't know.
But I see. Speaking on that, when she took the garlic and like she was like,
oh yeah,
I thought that was so funny.
yeah, really rubbing it in.
Yeah, I was like, no, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am glad you brought that up because that was my only gripe with it too.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we spent a little bit too much time on this character. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
it just does feel like super drawn out.
yeah.
Yeah, but I did think it's cool. We talked about the blood explosions earlier.
God, yeah.
But like the first reveal when Abigail's hand gets into like the tiny bit of sunlight and explodes and she just has a little stump. It was like, God damn, like, okay.
Yeah, and then like she was like screaming in agony as it's like growing back, which I'm like, it's so
Oh,
nice
it was a
to
really
see.
cool effect.
Yeah, I not only the special effects so well done. Like
Yeah.
everything was so fun. Oh my god,
course.
when he was puking up blood,
Yeah, that
it
was crazy.
insane. And I was like, I wish I could see the behind the scenes because that had to be such a fun gag.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm so impressed with the special effects in this movie.
Yeah. But then we got a lot more of like anytime like a fucking crumb of sunlight hit somebody, it would just make them explode. That was really cool. Again, they kind of kept it going maybe a little too far when they brought her father in.
Yeah.
And he was like this very overly dramatic character. I feel like I can see what they're getting at, and it's cool. It's the idea of that very old style of vampire.
Yeah.
You know, but brought into like the modern day.
Yeah.
So it's like very overly dramatic and over the top the way he's like talking and acting and everything. That was fun.
Yeah, and I mean, to speak on that old style too, like the way they have this library set up, I want to do a little bit more research and see, was this a location or did they build this set? Because it was just incredible looking.
Yeah, it was a cool place to end the film because they
Yeah.
have that window that the sunlight's able to
I love that window.
go through and move around. It's a good set piece
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
It like works in the story. So yeah, maybe like just a bit too much at the end. Because remember in Ready or Not, the ending was like pretty abrupt, you know. And I think that's part of the fun of it. It was just so fast, and then it was just over.
Yeah.
And yeah, this one did feel a little bit too drawn out.
Yeah, I will say, like, once that part comes up where he turns into the vampire, everything was so fast paced, and then it was just like,
It slows it down.
yeah, and not in a way that I was looking for a break. I was still looking for.
Oh yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I mean, even with that, I think that's the only big complaint that I have
yeah.
for the
And-
whole movie, and it still doesn't like tank it. It's still really good.
Yeah, even then, it's pretty minor. I mean, I want to see the movie again right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a very good movie.
Super fun. Definitely met expectations, which were already pretty high, so that's always a good thing. So I don't know. Is there anything else you wanted to say about it?
Oh, if I can just talk about when she lands in the pool of
Yeah,
bodies.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
That was pretty disgusting.
It was
in the
so
best way.
yes, it like grossed me out so much, but it was so well done. There needs to be behind the scenes of this film. I need to see it because that was so insane, and then the way she like acts out how fucking disgusting that would be.
It's basically
you know?
like human soup. It's like so fucking gross. That's all I was thinking watching it, was like, this is so fucking disgusting.
I hate human soup.
That literally sums up. Did you see the broth that was like all fucking gray and disgusting?
God. So gross. But
that was
so
good.
cool. Oh my God, it's so cool.
That was a pretty like shocking moment.
Oh yeah.
When she falls into that.
Yeah.
And that's when things like really started to hit the fan. It was right then. But yeah, we didn't even really talk much about the main character's story, but
I mean,
I think yeah.
It's there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have anything to comment on it. It lent to the story enough, you know. They bonded over her, you know, what's going on in her life. Yeah.
Yeah, just seems like maybe she had like the least interesting story. It just feels like a way to make you sympathetic for the character, and it does its job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We don't even need that. We don't need to end on that note.
What a boring note to end on. I don't know how to end this.
So that's it.
Did you just motion at me to stop talking?
No, because I was like, I got this. That was an I got this.
Oh, okay.
Motion.
I got this.
Okay. We're Ghost Beast. You can go to ghostbeast.com to find all our links, or search for Ghost Beast Pod. You can also follow Ghost Beast on Letterboxd, and you can contact us at podcast@ghostbeast.com with your recommendations. What are you looking forward to from this year? Because there's a lot of really good stuff coming.
Yeah, if you go to any festivals and you see something, tell us. Tell us
let us
what you
know.
love.
All right. Bye.